A ship in a harbour is safe, but that's not what ships were built for. They were built to go out on the high seas and have adventure and go places and do things. And that's what humans are built for as well, I believe. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the video. And it's great to be here. My name is Steve Mills. I'm known as the Results Guy, and I've spent over 30 years now helping small businesses, consultants, advisors, accountants, solicitors, and so on and so forth to become more successful at creating and converting leads into business, and more successful at making money. That's really the key to business growth. When you talk about growing a business, you need to think about the risk that you're willing to take, because I'm here to tell you that if you don't take any risk, then you risk everything. You know, if you won't invest money in your marketing and you prefer to rely on referrals and word of mouth and a little bit of networking, and you've got a website that you don't ever promote, you're probably going to be stuck where you are right now. And if you're like most small business owners, you're in a place where you're just about earning enough money to pay the bills and keep the wolf from the door. Having said that, we need to think about risk mitigation, don't we? Because we don't want to go, all right, yeah, I know how to promote myself. Let's book a £500,000 advert on TV and see how it goes. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, taking some form of conservative risk to move your business forward. And it doesn't have to be money, it could be time. We need to risk time. We need to spend time marketing your business, or it could actually be learning more. Invest in a day to spend with someone like myself in order to help you to know what to do in order to grow your business, what actions are needed to be taken, how to use LinkedIn, how to do SEO, how to use AI to save yourself loads and loads of time, money, and effort. But if we don't invest that time, we'll never know. So, I hope this message has given you something to think about. How much time are you willing to invest? How much money are you willing to invest? Because if you don't invest anything, then you know where you're going to be in 12 months' time. I love the saying, I think it was Einstein that this is actually attributed to, but it's something I've been saying now for over 30 years, and it's still as true today as it was back then. And that is this: if you always do what you've always done, then you'll always get what you've always got. And try saying that when you've had a few. But seriously, it is very, very true. If you're happy with what you've always got, great, carry on doing it. If you're not happy, you need to take some form of risk. You need to learn more. You need to invest more in terms of time, money, and effort, and take your business to the next level. Now, if you want to shortcut that and you want to work with me, I'd love to have a conversation with you. I've been helping businesses to create a 45% average growth in 12 months. Now, I want to be clear. I don't work with, companies like Apple. I'm not sat here going to say, I can grow Apple by 45% in the next 12 months. I work with small businesses, with startups, with businesses to about, I suppose, the 10 million mark. And I help them to grow by 40%. That's the average growth. My single biggest client win is one client made £46 million in 12 months. I've worked with over 10,000 businesses, and as I said, it's coming up to actually 31 years now that I've been helping people to become more successful. So if you'd like to join them, I hope it's your turn, and I hope you'll do that. If you want to do that, go to my website. You can see it on my wall behind me, which is results-mastery.com. Click on one of the gold buttons and get yourself a Zoom meeting with me. We can do it from the comfort of your office and mine, and I look forward to speaking to you then. Thanks very much for listening.